Casey from BB Dolls, and today I wanted to make a short reference video that I've been wanting to make for quite some time because again I got the question today. So the question that I get asked a lot is where to buy Blythe dolls for customizing, and whether you should buy fake dolls or authentic dolls, and so let's talk about that a little bit. So I just want to mention that my son is home and is napping, so I hope you can hear me. I'm speaking a little bit quietly, so I hope you can hear me. Anyway, so one thing that new customizers and people new to Blythe don't usually know is that there is quite a hot button topic in the Blythe community, and that is about fake Blythe dolls. So I am not an expert on the history of Blythe, as I consider myself somewhat new to the community. I did buy my first doll back in 2007, but I really wasn't involved in the community, so I didn't know a lot about the history. So what I've learned in the last 2 years, but I don't consider myself an expert. So I just want to say that up front. So the deal with the fake dolls is that a while back a factory, or some factory in China, I believe was probably the first producer of the fake dolls, started reproducing Blythe dolls based on one particular mold. So there are different Blythe face molds that have been produced through the years, but the fake dolls I believe are all the RBL mold. So the mold was reproduced by some factories in China, and it has grown now that there's a market for buying them. A lot of people confuse the fake dolls with factory dolls. I suppose you could call them factory dolls because they're produced in a factory, but all dolls that are mass produced are produced in a factory. So where that term comes from is back before the fakes, I believe before the fakes were out, or at least before they were very popular, there were some leftover parts of authentic dolls that were pieced together and sold on the secondary market. So those dolls were called factory dolls because they were parts of authentic dolls from the factories. And so a lot of people consider those authentic dolls because they're made from the parts, and fakes are considered just counterfeit fake dolls. So a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but sometimes customizers, especially new customizers, confuse the term factory and fake, and then others use the term factory to make a fake doll not sound so bad, and that I don't really agree with. I'm not really going to talk about my own personal opinion on the fakes and the authentic dolls, but I'll give you some just information, and I just want you to be aware that it is kind of a hot topic. My one opinion I will give you is that if you are customizing and selling a fake doll, I believe you should say that it's a fake doll. I don't think you should use the term factory because most of those dolls don't exist anymore, and pretty much anyone in the community for a while knows that. So I think it's really important to be clear about the doll either being a fake or not. And if you are choosing to buy the fake dolls, that is your choice. Whether you're buying them to customize or you're buying one that has already been customized, again, that is your choice. And anyone else that is very upset about it, that's really kind of their issue and not yours. That being said, I sort of think that the fake dolls make sense for new customizers to use, just because that way they're not ruining really expensive dolls, because the authentic Blythe dolls really are pretty expensive. I mean, honestly, the cheapest you can buy new in the box is $150 or more. So when I started out, I did use the fake dolls. I do still have a few fake dolls. My goal right now is to finish those up, and I probably will only buy authentics from here on out because I'm very comfortable where I'm at. but it's difficult because the fake dolls offer a lower price for new collectors or collectors that can't afford the authentic dolls. So it's kind of a tough thing. But I have about, I think, 3 or 4 fake dolls left, so I will have a few for this year. I have one out to show you. So the fake dolls generally come nude with no clothes, and just like this. And then I don't have an authentic doll that's not customized at this point, but I do have the last doll I did, her box. So the authentic dolls come in boxes with clothing and accessories and a stand and everything like that. So that's kind of the difference. But if you're customizing, usually you don't really care about having the box and the stock unless it's really cute and you want to use it. So as far as where to get them, so let me first tell you about the fake dolls. So you can buy the fake dolls in a couple places, but I highly recommend Aliexpress. They come directly from China, and the shop that I recommend is called Blythe Homes, and I will put a link in the description here. I've found the shop to be very reliable, and the dolls come well packaged, and it's all good. If you're not familiar with Aliexpress and it scares you, I have been shopping there for about 2 years now, and I have to say I find them to be just as good as any other online store. In fact, I've had a couple disputes. One time a doll arrived smashed, and the other time I received some eye chips that were not the correct size, and both times I filed disputes, and I got my doll replaced very quickly, and I got a refund on the eye chips. So it's been not a problem to use them even when there's a problem. So I highly recommend them. There's other shops on there you might try, but Blythe Homes is known sort of in the community as being a good one, and I have shopped from them pretty much exclusively for a couple years and have never had problems except that first smashed doll, which I'm not even sure if I got it from them. So anyway, there's that as far as fake dolls. You also can buy fake dolls on eBay, but usually they're more expensive. So on AliExpress in general, they are between $30 and $70 depending on the style. Also on AliExpress you can get with other accessories like a jointed body and things like that will make it more expensive. But usually when I see them on eBay, they're between $70 and up. And that might be because of importing. I don't know, but I have never bought them on eBay. I just stick with AliExpress because it's the lowest price and very reliable. So that is where you can get the fake dolls. And as far as the authentic dolls, that's a little bit different. So if you're collecting the dolls and you want all the stock and the box and the clothes and you want the doll to be perfect, then the best place to shop for those are online at junimoon.com and then CC Toys. And I'll put the links below because CC Toys' website is not cctoys.com. It's different, so I'll put it below. They're both very reliable. However, I generally buy authentic dolls secondhand, and the reason is because when you plan on customizing them, you can usually find them for pretty cheap without their box and stock, and sometimes they've been altered slightly. So for example, I just bought a doll that's not even here yet off of a group on Facebook called Dolly Adoption. I bought it for $130, and it's not going to come with its box or stock. The face has been sprayed with matte spray and the body is damaged, but I always replace the body anyway, so none of that matters to me, and it's a great price for the doll that I'm getting. And I've done that several times. So I go on eBay and I look there also for used dolls. I look in a price range of say $130 to $170 and see what's available, and there almost always is something on there of an authentic doll in that price range. And sometimes you can find them even complete with their stock for a lower price. So eBay would be the place that I look for authentic dolls, as well as Facebook groups. So I will put links to the Facebook groups below, and then eBay you can search for yourself. Otherwise, if you're going to collect the doll, like I said, with all the box, then I'll put those sites below as well. So basically that's where you'd go about buying your dolls. And if you have any questions, just let me know, or if you have any suggestions for these types of reference videos, just let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye bye.